hues. Every move's a race in muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final class. Cheers are up,
Hello?
the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race.
Do you have a question? Hast du eine Frage?
Piece by piece we conquer.
Please write it in the chat.
Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. Patterns form like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks.
Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a race in muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final class. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race. Piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. transform like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks.
Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a racing muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final clasp. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race. Piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Euro Jigsaw Jam this evening, and a hopefully exclusive puzzle and a fresh puzzle for all of you. Can I get a wave from all the participants? Fantastic. Hope you've all had a good weekend, and special shout out to Robert and Cameron, who have already had 4 puzzle competitions, as is myself. Robert organized a 4-part series today, so this will be our 5th live stream today, and Sergio has already commentated twice today. This will be his 3rd time. And shout out to SJ, who has been at every live stream in the chat. So for some of us, it's been a marathon puzzling day. So
and Aaron as well.
Oh, and Aaron. Oh, and is Graham there too, possibly?
Yes, he was staring at the camera. I forgot about him.
Okay, I don't think Graham is registered, but Aaron, yes, Aaron has also been doing some marathon puzzling. So welcome to everyone joining us on the YouTube chat and viewing tonight's competition. So greetings, Sergio and Jim. I'll just put Jim on the screen. Hello there.
Hello there, General Kenobi. Sorry, I can never hear hello there and not have the Star Wars line pop into my head. So.
Okay, I didn't even know that hello there was a quote from Star Wars, but I guess you could turn anything into a quote from Star Wars.
If you try hard enough, yeah. Well, congrats to the 2 of you for doing all the puzzling today so far. I'm excited to see what's coming down the pipeline in today's EJJ. This is going to be a blast.
I'm very excited for today's puzzle. But before we see the image, we had a theme for today, looking ahead at some of the big puzzle competitions that are coming up. Obviously, there's the Worlds coming up in September. We're practically almost in September, and also some other people who are just maybe have not even gone to a first in-person event yet and want some tips. So we asked the participants the question: what has helped you navigate puzzle events successfully, either at the table, socially, or with travel? So I'd love to hear from you. First of all, Sergio, what has helped you prepare for going to events?
Well, personally, what helped me a lot was these group chats that we have between, for example, with Norwegians, people that are going to a specific event. That it helps to coordinate with restaurants or accommodation, or if you need to drive somewhere, we also help to share cars, so it's gets cheaper and faster and easier and funnier, because then we are already driving and talking about puzzles and the competition. So I think the chat, online chats helped a lot, and ask for people that have been there before. That definitely helps among us.
Yeah, and I heard that you're even going to be sharing an Airbnb with some people that you've met at previous events.
Yes, last year in the Worlds, I made some new friends besides Norwegians. So, and this year we are sharing Airbnb, so get cheaper, easier, and again funnier. We found an Airbnb with a big table, so we can practice a lot at home. That is the plan.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, finding people who've been to the same competition before and coordinating travel or getting tips for restaurants and going out together. I think that's a really good thing, just being able to yes, find out what's happening. For example, I know most of the country associations at the World Championships have their own group chat where they share tips and organize, for example, taking a team photo. That's often something, or a drinks or dinners together. So if you haven't heard anything, check with your local association what they are organizing, and otherwise there might be some other group chats. How about you, Jim? What's helped you to navigate puzzle events successfully?
I agree wholeheartedly with what Sergio's saying. Just get in contact with a few other people. If you can try to have a designated been there before buddy that you can hit up and help you navigate wherever you're at. But also just be open to talking with new people and making connections that way, because you'd be surprised how friendly people can be on the ground and in the rooms. So don't be afraid to just say hi to folks nearby and ask, hey, what are you guys up to? Because that's often how you'll also find out about things that are going on, or just places to be and things to hang out. But probably the big thing is relax going into whatever the competition is. If you need to do a warm-up puzzle, do a warm-up puzzle, take a breath, just enjoy being there with all the other nerdy folks doing this really fun thing.
I have to think back of a funny moment in Valladolid, just thinking about navigating through Valladolid. So Jim and Mari had accompanied Sammy to the train station in the early morning. And then they said, well, because I was traveling by myself, okay, we'll walk with you as well to the train station. And because they had just been to the train station, I just assumed they knew where they were going. But they had gone from a different part of town and they were following me. So it was the blind leading the blind. And so at some point we were like, do you go here or do we go there? And we're like, no, you're following, you're navigating. And I was like, but I just thought you went to the train station, you know the way. And then we realized like where we should have gone, we were like way far out. And then I still had, now my time for getting the train was getting really, really narrow. So then we were like running through the streets with my giant suitcase, trying to get the station in time. So navigating, like actually using like Google Maps or something, and not only relying on let's just all group walk in this, in the same direction. So, but luckily we made up my train like with a couple of minutes to spare. Yes. So for myself, something that really helped me from a very practical perspective was having a go-to set of stretches for relieving back pain, because 2 years ago at my first Worlds, after the national teams event, I had really bad backache because we had a larger panoramic puzzle. It was larger than normal. It was longer. We had two tables pushed together, and I was leaning a lot further in than I normally would. And I was just in this very hunched, tense position. When I woke up the next day, I was in a lot of pain. And then I remembered that when I also had some really bad back pain a year ago, I had found a good video on YouTube about back, like it's like a 10-minute video about back stretches for relieving back pain, and it was amazing. It really helped. You can just do it on the floor, like in your hotel room, and and in the next year I did it preventatively, so I didn't wait till I got back pain. I did it like in the morning and then in the evening, and I was fine. So something that I would recommend. Find a good video. I'm happy to recommend the one that I use. So it looks like we
And
are
drinking water. That is also really important, drinking water. People tend to forget while puzzling for so long. And it's really important.
definitely. Okay, it's time for us to unwrap the puzzle and see what we have today. And greetings to those joining us on YouTube. Got a shout out to Kinsey from Radical Puzzler. Kinsey, you got this. Gaza says that his super sub Jody is joining the fray tonight. And SJ can't get enough. This will be her 5th puzzle live stream today. I hope you're doing some puzzling while you've been catching up on the puzzle live streams, SJ. So yes, please make sure the stickers are cut on this. Okay, we have 95 participants in the registration list, so that looks about right. So as always, there is a 2-hour time limit for this, and you will use your timer website to press the done button. There'll be a blue done button, and that will count your time. If it freezes, you can also just scroll up and down or just click refresh. And if for some reason it doesn't work at all, you can always write down in the chat. And most likely we will have video. So thanks to all my helpers who are behind the scenes ready to watch everyone and let us know who will be finishing next. Okay, it looks like everyone on screen has unwrapped. Stickers should be cut. And it has passed 7 o'clock. Okay, let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, puzzlers.
And here we go. So
I'm excited to see this. This is gonna be really fun. It looks like a landscape kind of situation, and we have a lot of puzzlers that really love gradients in this style of thing. So this will be fun.
does it look? We have now the puzzle on the screen. Does it look familiar?
It location wise, the image looks familiar, but I don't recognize it as a puzzle that I've seen significantly stateside.
What about?
Oh, that
now?
makes sense why it looks familiar, because I've been there.
Yes.
I was like, I know I've seen it somewhere before.
So when Michelle told me the picture, said Mari and Jim and they have been there, right? So yes. So so the name of the location is Porta Negra, and it stands to the Black Gate. I don't know if you remember fun facts about it. I think. What was your impression about it? What do you remember about the location?
Location wise, it looks a little bit different when we were there than on this image, because it was slightly under construction at the time. But I do know that there is a lot of duplication in terms of where those columns are. The darkness of the stone that is there is really fascinating to see live and in person. Just the scale of it is phenomenal. So I'm really excited to see how that can be distinguished well on the image as these puzzlers really dig in. I think that some of the ways that those columns and backgrounds can sit on the pieces might be a little tricky. Just the way that those nooks and crannies between the rocks can be a little tricky. But there's a lot of other groupings that can make this straightforward. That sky background with a lovely gradient. There's some of those plants along the bottom. I think that we'll see a lot of puzzlers sort of work this in from the outside in towards the center, or maybe get like the outline of the gate and the buildings there, and then start working their way in.
Yes. So this is a quite exclusive puzzle, because on My Speed Puzzling there is only 2 entries. And as far as I know, this puzzle was exclusive from the souvenir store close to the gate. So it's quite a treasure to have it. So you don't need to travel there to get that puzzle. So everyone that is competing tonight should be lucky for it. But right now on screen we have Aaron from United Kingdom, Alexandra from Switzerland, Anna from Slovenia, and Angelina from Germany, and Anya from Germany as well. We have AM. I'm not sure where's from. I cannot see here. I believe it could be April Meyer, but I'm not sure from Ireland. But I'm sure that someone will can correct about it.
Yeah.
But yes, the times on my speed puzzling, the average is 1 hour 20 minutes. It's only 2 people, so it's not significant. And both people that did it have different levels, so it's still quite difficult to predict how fast it will be today.
Well, we might see an influx of people heading to Trier to try to pick this one up. Otherwise, just ordering it from the Speed Puzzle website. I did notice that AM had had sort of a grid lined out of what the 1,000-piece sizing is on a table, along with a 500-piece. That's a really that's a useful training tool for a lot of puzzlers to start getting the idea of what the shapes are for when they're trying to line things out. I've also talked to some puzzlers whenever Mari and I are coaching them about using the length of your elbow to either your wrist or your fingers, that kind of distance, to do a rough estimate for what those lengths are vertically or horizontally whenever you're working on a puzzle.
Exactly. It helps a lot to see if you don't manage to do the frame first. That gives a lot of help to place that if you want to do some pick and place. But yeah, right now on the screen, we have Anna from Finland, Anna from the Netherlands, Anu from Finland, April from Ireland, registered twice, so I think, yes, and Beth from United Kingdom, and Cameron from Canada.
You can see as we come up on the 5-minute line, a lot of our speediest puzzlers are already done with their flip and making really good progress either on the border or that sky region. It looks like Anne and Cameron have both started in that blue corner and sort of working through that gradient, that darkest part of the blue, and then building out from there.
Yeah, the sky is quite also possible to sort. There is the white side of the sky and the blue side of the sky. So definitely a lot of people start from there. I forgot to mention on the screen there is also Ireland. I don't have here in the, yes, from Argentina. Hello. Sorry for missing. So yes, I'm a little, please let me know if I'm going too fast with the names, as it's my first time hosting, like telling the names, and so I really feel the responsibility of not missing anyone. I don't want to get any complaints.
I think you're doing great. This also looks like it might be a pretty quick round. We have a couple of folks in here that are Ravensburger specialists,
Yes.
and also, are also fantastic at landscapes or these kind of statue building sort of images. So we're seeing some really great moves so far.
Yes, there is no guess of timings, so SJ, you are missing your prediction. Today, SJ and I were being like predicting sometimes. So there is this imaginary price that you are sharing. But yes, you say that might be quite fast today. And I have some facts about the gate that I want to share later on. I've been studying a little bit about this picture, so I want to put out the information that I force stored in my brain. But yes, right now on the screen we have Karina from Norway. Hi, Karina. And we have a Kat from United States, Catriona from Ireland, Charlotta from the Netherlands, located in Norway, I think, Chloe from Ireland, and Ciara from Ireland. No, not Ciara, sorry. We have Cian from Ireland. Still from Ireland.
In the bottom middle there, Chloe Glickberg. I believe Chloe's coming off of a fantastic run at the Portland Jigsaw Masters recently. And you can see that they have that full border built at about the 7-minute and 40-second line, and are going in to start attacking that next big pull. Um, this is some really interesting moves. We can see Catriona in the upper right hand corner has gone for a big sort setup early on, and this is one of those tactics where instead of building the frame or building specific features really rapidly immediately after the flip, they're trying to set it up where everything is sorted out early on, and then they're going to try to zipper through very rapidly later. So it's one of those early investments in setup that they're hoping to have pay off down the line.
Yes, and I was looking now to the puzzle a little bit better, and on the bottom side, that sidewalk, I think it'll be problematic. I don't know, but the texture is pretty tricky. The flowers of the garden might help a lot, but the sidewalk around the building itself can be tricky. But the sidewalk will be.
Well, I think the sidewalk is because there's this additional line across the bottom of the sidewalk. You can break it up sort of into thirds of a part that has that line on it, a part that has plants on it, and then fill in the middle if you're really getting stuck. But I think it's one of those sections where it's not overly huge, and it might slow puzzlers down a little bit, but not terribly much.
Yes, I forgot to mention about Cat answer. She mentioned that the group chat is something that helped her a lot, and it's very very helpful for that overcrowded brain. That's definitely having people that you know and keep talking while you are going to the competition. That helps a lot. Yes. Now on the screen we have Ciara from Ireland. No, it's correct. We have Colombine from Switzerland, Connor from United States, Christina from Italy, Daniela from Austria, and Danike from the Netherlands.
You can see as we're getting ready to cross that 10-minute and 10-second line here, or about 10-minute and 30-second, Connor is already done completely with that sky area. He has the outline of that black gate already set up in there, and he's really branching down further and further into the puzzle. I was watching him earlier. He sorted out all of the darkest blues and the lightest parts of that right hand upper sky, that sort of purpley cloud color, so that way he didn't have to go back to the pile multiple times and just zippered right through there. It was really fun to watch, and Connor's definitely one of the phenomenal puzzlers in this era right now, and you can see why. He's on track. There's a high chance that he could go sub 30 on this, but that center part of the gate is going to be pretty tricky for everyone.
Yes, talking about sorting, Colombina still on the screen also have a nice sorting, without not in pile sorting, but quite exposed all the pieces, so that I'm sure that also will help a long way. So yes,
yeah, that's a really good point. If you can spread the pieces out where you can see them, it makes it a little easier to manipulate and decide where you want to go next. Yes,
and Connor answered that he always liked to practice puzzle before the event. So it's pretty. Some people don't want to. Some people actually really want to do some puzzling before, because either can give you some peace of mind and warm up your fingers, or some people actually prefer to have this spring effect, having a puzzle and do it right away. Do you have any suggestion or some idea what people prefer?
I think on a puzzle like this, being able to sort out some of that sky a little bit early can lock that in a little bit. It really comes down to, are you really strong at being able to see the gradient colors or not? If you're somebody that's great with gradients, you can get that out of the way pretty early. If you struggle with gradients, you might aim for doing the outlines of things, getting that feature plus one kind of tactic, and then sort of back solving the way that you need to go through.
Yes. So we have right now on the screen Eric Lian. I think we had already Dietmar from Germany, Dora from Switzerland, and Dorothea from Germany, and Eric from Norway. Hi, Eric. So yes, so when you were there, were you not tempted to, or you and Mari not tempted to look for the puzzle to buy a copy of the puzzle?
We thought about looking around, but frankly, we were just having a great time getting to hang out with with Michelle and her daughter, and
there
just
was a lot of
really
puzzling already
absorbing what
involved.
was there. Right? Yeah, we had even we had brought a puzzle with us to do in front of the gate that had the gate on it. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. We had brought that 1,000-piece puzzle. That Michelle had in the box, and then we also had a group of hundreds that had other local Trier landmarks that we did in front of the port, which was really fun to do. And I think that's sort of a rite of passage of a lot of puzzlers, is to build the puzzle of the landmark that you're going to visit, to kind of showcase being there.
Yes. Right now on screen we have Hanna from Finland, Henrietta from Denmark, Idun from Norway, Inga from the Netherlands, Arina from Canada, and Eva from Croatia. So hi to all of you, and we see different approaches. Again, different sortings. There is a Idun on the top right as a gradient sorting. Everything is exposed. That's also a nice approach, and starting from the bottom, most likely, looks like. So you start working from the area that you are close to, and since that everything is partially sorted, it should be a walk in the park.
Well, it'll be a walk in the park for some stages of this. I kind of like how Henrietta is pulling out that center bright yellow of the gate. That's probably going to make it a little more straightforward to do either a little bit of pick and place or just distinguish which part of that building is going to be where. You can see Inga is doing a great job filling out the rest of that sky region. We know that Inga tends to really excel at busy puzzles, and the fact that she's gotten through that gradient so rapidly just adds to the legend of how fantastic of a puzzler she is.
Yes, because the castle, it's a busy part. So it's a busy puzzle with a nice gradient. So yes, now we go to J's. We are soon half of the alphabet, and I'm so afraid that someone will have a soup, in the good way, that someone will have a soup 30. But we have Yasmin from United States, Yen from United Kingdom, Jody from United Kingdom, Yolanda from the Netherlands, Yona from Finland, and Juan from United States.
And shout out to the Jodies, as Jody makes great progress on that upper corner of the sky. I think Jody was also doing some puzzle guzzling recently. Yesterday even, and made a splash there with a puzzle that had a big jet. But we can see in the upper left, Jasmine Lambert. I always enjoy watching Jasmine puzzle because she's taking a slightly different route. Instead of starting with the sky, she started with that sidewalk and is working her way up and is doing a little bit of pick and place tactic, trying to get the outlines of things going through. And you can see Yolanda in the lower left there has that border built in that upper sky region. This is going to be it's going to be a really fascinating top 10 to watch pile in here, because a lot of these puzzlers are pretty close. Johanna K in the lower right also taking a similar tactic to what Jasmine's done of starting on that sidewalk and working their way up.
Yeah, and looks that the sidewalk is way smaller than I thought, comparing from the picture that I see online. Yes. Funny answer. We got a funny answer from Ian that the thing that helped them going through the competitions is air condition. I
Yeah.
think that is relatable to a lot of us.
Yeah, I mean, preparing for the conditions you're going to be in, if you know it's a really hot, if it's going to be very hot, maybe bring a fan, either a mechanical one or just a hand fan that you can wave in front of yourself if you're walking between buildings, or if you're in one and you happen to need it. Or it can be a little cold. So I know some puzzlers tend to be cooler than others, so it's okay to bring a jacket if you need it.
Yes. I can tell a story after, but about the fan. But we have on the screen right now, we have Yuka from Finland, Karen from United States, Katarina from Austria, Catherine from Germany, and Leah from Denmark. Oh, and Lenka from Slovakia. So yeah. So we have skies and skies. Everyone right now look that they are at same level on the sky development.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think the sky is a great starting point for a lot of folks. It's clear and distinct compared to some of the murkiness or duplication in other spots. Karen Brownlow in the upper right there, getting through that sky, going to come crashing down on top of the rest of the building. In the lower right, you can see the huge progress that Lenka's made. Has the whole outline of the building pretty much set, and is now chewing through a lot of those plants that are on the lower left-hand side. That palm tree and some of those other greens is going to try to finish those up before tackling the center of this building.
Yes. Right now on the screen we have Connor, Victor, and Inga really well developed, and we also have Hannah. Connor and Victor are doing really well. They have all the sky, the sidewalk, now working on the garden in the front, and soon tackling the building itself.
Yeah, it looks like Connor has a pretty healthy lead at this stage. He's probably about, I want to say about 30 to 40 pieces ahead of Victor at this point. I was watching both Connor and Victor on a side screen here, and their hand speed is absolutely phenomenal, and the accuracy with which they're able to place these pieces is really, really impressive. I know that Connor does a really good job of having a good sense of where some of the special piece cut types exist on the puzzle. Like he knows where the zeros, the pieces that have no outward facing prongs versus the four outs. He knows this really well, and that helps him make really quick discernment in those gradient areas and also in some of those more flat regions. Now that he's in the center of that building, he's trying to use a little bit of that line work that exists between the stones in order to make great progress. It looks like he's pulled out a lot of that brighter orange or that sunset that sunset blanking on top of the stone in order to keep cruising forward.
Yeah, with Oblivious of 30. But let's see how much further in the alphabet I can go, and we'll keep them on the screen to keep a close eye. So right now we have Lotta from Ireland, Lucy from United Kingdom, Maya from France, and Maya from Finland. Yes. And
yeah, Lucy Brown doing a great job getting that border filled out. We're crossing the 21-minute line, and I think Connor's down to maybe about 50, probably down to about 35, maybe 40 pieces at most at this stage. He's going to be able to go sub 25.
Absolutely, I'm totally confident about it. Way faster than I expected, and we could have speed up more on the alphabet. No, I'm joking. Everyone should have a proper screen time, and I think that we are going to a good place. But yes, I think that we are just about to.
And Connor puts the last couple of pieces in. I think he's going to be able to lock in a sub 23 minute, 22 minutes and change.
Congratulations!
Wow, that's absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations, Connor.
22 and 30, I would say, yes. Congratulations. And that's incredible. I think we'll most likely speak a little bit later, but that was amazing. I was confident for sub 30, but sub 23, that's a lot.
No, that's I know Rob Shields and a lot of other puzzlers have been saying for a while that like getting a sub 25 first look in competition is one of those holy grails, and Connor Delot has now delivered that and is opening the channel, the challenge, throwing the gauntlet down for other puzzlers to try to catch up. And we'll double check with him. I don't think he has seen this before. Or done this particular puzzle before, so it'd be interesting to confirm that. But this is wildly impressive, being able to go under that kind of timeline. We can see on screen now Victor doing a fantastic job closing out that center. He, in classic Victor fashion, he has some of those yellow pieces sitting on top of the image itself, rather than all off to one side. It makes it a little easier for him to slide those pieces in where they're going to go. Some puzzlers find that a little confusing because the foreground of the piece that you're looking at blends in with some of the background of things that you've already solved. But Victor's able to see that really, really easily, and he's going to be shooting for a sub 30 time as well on this Ravensburger 500.
Absolutely, I'm pretty sure it will happen. Now on the screen we have Maya from Slovenia, Malina from Germany, Mandy from United States, Mareike from Germany, and Maria from Sweden. Yes. But you were saying about the pieces on the puzzle. Yes, there is a lot of. This is a topic that we discuss and we'll keep discussing. If it works for you, go for it. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. That is personal. It's not just personal taste. It's personal technique.
Well, and especially in competition, whenever you're practicing or trying to learn how to improve your puzzling, there's all sorts of ways to go about it. But whenever you're in a competition and you're going as fast as you can, getting the stuff knocked out that you know is going to be straightforward for you goes a long way. I really like the progress that all of these puzzlers have been making. Even though we have some folks that are going to be putting up some crazy fast times, that doesn't mean that anybody else is not doing their absolute best. And I'm excited to hopefully see some more personal records today. We can see Victor maybe about 25 or 30 pieces so from the end. He's almost at that stage where he can use a lot of shape work to finish out the center of this as we cross the 26-minute line.
Yes, that is important to mention before we go to the next times. That was HHA record. It's like 22:30. It's the fastest HHA ever. The previous one was the bottom biomes by Christian, and then now Connor broke the record of the fastest HHA ever. So that needs to. Let's even say, where were you when Connor solved the Porto Negro puzzle? Our grandchild will ask us about this one. Going through I think I missed one or two answers, but I go through them after. But right now we have Mariam from the Netherlands, Marianne from Germany, Martha from Germany, Martha from United Kingdom. No, Melissa. I'm so sorry. Melissa from United States, and Moika from Slovenia. Yeah.
And you can see Miriam in the upper middle there. Instead of going for that sky first, sort of sunbursted off from the lower left-hand corner in order to build out that lighter shade of brown building that sits next to the main gate. That's a really cool tactic because it makes sure that you're seeing the colors and textures simultaneously and making progress there, rather than necessarily getting caught up and trying to discern really specific hues between different shades. You can see as we cross the 27-minute and about 30-second line, Victor is down to the point of zero ambiguity. Anything he picks up can go in at this point. There's maybe about 10 or 15 pieces left. And he's really cruising. All those pieces are just sitting on top of his puzzle, and he's sliding them in place super rapidly at this point. It's so fun to watch him at this stage just accelerate right into the end. He's going to have a fantastic sub 30-minute time here. And there it is. Congratulations, Victor. Very, very well done.
Congratulations. Very good. That was impressive. Because the pieces were coming from nowhere. Since that they're already on the puzzle, you don't see pieces around. They just suddenly the gaps are being filled, and that it seems incredible to watch.
It's really impressive. And frankly, Victor being able to go sub 30 on this is just bananas. The level of competition just keeps getting better and better. And Victor, the World Series champ, showing us how it's done in a fantastic fashion here.
Yes, I think that the statistics of this puzzle on My Speed Puzzling will go 180 because it will be completely from entries to some dozens of entries with really fast times. That will be impressive. Maybe this store interior needs to order more puzzles because they might need to sell some. So now on screen we have Lenka that is also now through the buildings. We have Inga that again it's just focusing on the buildings. Now it's mostly people working on the buildings, on the gate.
Yeah, that center region is easily to my eyes probably the toughest part of this image. I know that some puzzlers that really gravitate towards seeing color rather than texture are going to try to break this out into those oranges and yellows versus some of those darker shades. I wonder if you end up getting a few extra touches by doing that. Where if you try to sort those out, because it's sort of split across a wide area, does that additional sort end up helping you overall in terms of assembly time? And that's for each puzzler to kind of find for themselves. A lot of that has to do with how discernible those regions are once you separate it out.
Yes, yeah, and I think also the lines on the building, on the gate, also the horizontal lines might help, at least in the yellow part.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, now we'll keep a close eye on Lenka, and we'll go. Let's see if we manage the alphabet. That will be a great achievement for me. So we have Nadia from Germany, Nina from Slovenia, Pamela from Poland, Patrick from Switzerland, and Rachel from United Kingdom. So Rachel actually is done with the yellow parts and is leaving the greens to the end. That is also, I think, is the first puzzle that I saw not finishing on the gate.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really cool tactic. Those plants will probably go really, really rapidly for her at this stage. They are spread out. I think she has maybe about looking at it somewhere between 75 and 80 pieces left at that point. Lenka's down to about 50 or so, but it's all scattered throughout that center building region. If she can lock in just a few more joints, she might be able to reach a point close to zero ambiguity and really be able to focus on shape. But that's a tricky section of this puzzle to try to wrap up at this stage.
Yes, I think that point. Yeah, I'm sure that we'll see it really soon. And now to the alphabet, we have Robert puzzling after a long day from Sweden. We have Romina from Switzerland, Sandra from Sana from Finland, Sana from Finland, and Sarah from Slovenia.
Oh wow, the amount of progress that we're seeing here is really impressive. I like what Sana's doing in the lower middle there, where she's done that whole outline of the gate, hasn't filled in the top part of the sky or the chunk of building yet, but because she has that outline, has already separated out those sky pieces from the building pieces, and then can go back in and use that information from the shape of what's left in order to fill in the blanks and really accelerate in towards the end.
Yes, and it will make the sky much faster later on. It's not the first one that I saw doing that, but it's knowing where the sky ends, it helps a lot.
And can we just talk for a second that we're crossing the 33-minute and 30-second line, and the insane amount of progress these puzzlers are making at this stage? I hope that we are able to clear the room. This might be one of the fastest room clears that we have here.
I'd love to have the clean room. I mean, that will be something that I can a flex that I can say. It's not my first co-hosting, but the fact that I'm co-hosting with Jim and have a clean room, that will be something that I can flex.
Maybe with our powers combined, we can root everybody on. I believe Lenka's at that point of zero ambiguity. Anything she picks up can go in. There's no case of a floating island that's left for her, so we should see an acceleration here. She might start going a brute force route and just trying one piece in multiple locations in order to really rapidly finish this up. Discernment at this stage is really difficult as we cross the 34-minute line.
Yes, I will just try to say some of more names. Here we have now we have Sandra from Peru. We have Saskia from Germany, Sarah from United Kingdom, Shea from United Kingdom, and Shona from United Kingdom. Yes, but it's Lenka. I think that will be slightly above the 35 mark.
Yeah, probably going to be just over, and still an amazing time. A lot of puzzlers struggle with these kind of landscape images that have statues or buildings inside of them because of that duplication of columns and windows. And Lenka's just making it look easy, even though it absolutely isn't. You can see that she's loaded up a bunch of pieces into her left hand and is now dealing them out in those last couple of spots. She dives for the buzzer. Congratulations, Lenka. Very well done. A fantastic finish.
That's amazing.
I do want to give a shout out on screen now. You can see Shay Burkett in the upper right hand corner. Shay is coming in on the last little bits of that building, but I can see on the screen that Rachel Chambers is probably down to about the last 25 pieces or so here. Hannah L also coming into the close of those buildings. This is going to be a really tight top 10 for this particular EJJ competition.
Yes. You guys are too fast for me to go through the alphabet.
Puzzle slower. Help us out.
No, it's incredible. And as you say, Shea from United Kingdom, she's doing amazing. And we also have who's new here. We have Vanessa.
And
Vanessa
Rachel
from
Chambers
Germany.
finishes under the line.
Yes. Congratulations, Rachel. That is amazing.
We're going to start seeing the bell curve of finishers start rolling in here, where a lot of the puzzlers really push to get those last little bits in. We're getting ready to cross the 37-minute line. I'm curious to see how many puzzlers we're going to have keep this under the 40 minutes, under the 40-minute mark.
I think that, and most probably some will have the last sub 50. I really want to see who will graduate to the 50 plus sub 50 group.
Yeah, SJ cheering on Eric, the new king of Norway.
Well, let me see. Yes, that is a delicate topic to talk these days. But puzzle-wise, yes.
In puzzle land is
In puzzle land,
let's
yes.
be
Then we
inside,
can say it. No, the king passed away to what it
Yes,
is.
yes,
Yes. So, but yes,
Yeah.
in the puzzle world, and yes, I also agree. So now, well, as far as I remember, anyway, I don't want to say wrong positions on the last competition, but anyway, so we have Shea from United Kingdom. Vanessa already mentioned. We have all of these puzzlers are really close to be finished. Yes, so no, everyone have been mentioned, and I think that Inga, yes, another finisher.
Yeah, Eric has finished in the top 5 along with Inga, who just rolled in. I believe Inga is able to secure a 6th place position. So we have 6 finishers all under the 39-minute line. I wonder how many more we're going to be able to snag here.
Yes, I want to correct something. I meant Shea is from United States. Was
Yes.
yes. I think it's really funny. Not funny. I think that for you and Michelle and other hosts, you know a lot of names and the country right away. I always assume that the country is part of the name already in your head. You cannot say just Victor. You say Victor from Poland. So I'm sure that in some of the puzzlers, you guys already have that sequence of name and country right away.
It's tough being able to keep track of that, but a lot of these puzzlers, you start seeing their hands move faster and faster, and it just becomes a study in fantastic movement. We just saw Hannah finish strong inside of that building. This is the stage where everybody needs to put on the gas just a little bit. We can see Vanessa in the upper right-hand corner, down to about the last 7 pieces or so, just trying to blitz the rest of this gate to finish this out and move on into the top 10 slots.
Yes, right now I can also give update times. We have 9 finishers, so who will be the last one on the top 10?
Shea Burgett closes out in the 9th spot. Congratulations. Who's going to take that last position? Just get those few extra pieces in. I'm trying to pull up our list of folks, but everybody is so tight here at this particular stage to be able to keep track of them.
Yes, we already have our top 10. Irina got the 10th position with a.
And Stoll is looking very strong, along with Charlotte. And I think Irina might be able to lock up the top 10 slot here. She hits the buzzer. Is that enough? I think it's going to be. Yes, Irina locks in the top 10 slot at 40:27, just over the 40-minute line. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes. Now on screen we also have Tasmian from Belgium.
Well, Jasmine Lambert in the upper left-hand corner is from the U.S. and down in Virginia, and is doing a really swell job getting those darker parts of the gate lined out. We saw a lot of puzzlers separate those brighter oranges and yellows from where the sun is hitting some of those columns, and instead Jasmine decided to go for those darker pieces. Either end of that is really slick.
Yes. Some people are asking if you are watching on a delay. I think it's too fast for us to keep up. So we probably are a few seconds on delay.
Yeah.
And someone SJ is commenting on SJ room. That is really beautiful. Let's don't distract Charlotte.
Yeah, I think Charlotte and Jasmine are about even piece-wise. It looks like Jasmine is starting to accelerate here. Really has a good handle on which of those pieces are lining out with the different columns. I can see that she's being really direct with what pieces she's grabbing at different stages. Charlotte has a bit of a larger gap over on that left-hand side of the building that she's trying to dig out through, and it's one large section versus what Jasmine has is sort of two sections that are a little more gappy. I'm curious which one of them is going to be able to put the gas on here and get these last 25 pieces or so out of the way and claim that next position.
Yes, it's really close to. It's a really, but I think that we have Anna now.
Oh, Anna in the upper right, cruising in through the finish. You can see she's just accelerating off of the blocks here. This is really exciting to watch these three puzzlers all flying at this point. Anna gets that last couple of pieces in and secures the next slot.
But Jim, Michelle is going to check if you are not in a delay, double check on the stream. But yes, we have now, let me update here the page. And we have on the 43 minutes, we have 11 finishers. And we have the last one was in fact Anna with 43:18. So yes. Now on screen we have Sophia from Germany, and Anna, we have Robert. Even though it's been a very long day, still doing really good, really fine with the just focusing on the gate. And I think we are done with the alphabet. We have our top 10. Everyone have been on screen, and we can talk with Victor if he's there to talk with us. Meanwhile, I can say our top 10. We have Connor, Victor, Lenka, Rachel, Eirik, Inga, Hannah, Vanessa, Shea, and Irina. So it's a top 10 that took us 40 minutes and 27, and it's quite I mean, what I want to say is that between the 27 minutes from 22 minutes from Connor until the 40 minutes of top 10, that was tight in the end, but the impressively record breaker from Connor today.
Well,
Connor cannot join us today. He cannot join us next time, he said. But I think that we'll be able to interview Victor. Second place.
Hello.
Hello, Victor. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
It was really nice to see the fast hand. That looked magic because the pieces were on the puzzle, and I didn't see the pieces coming from nowhere, like because they were not around, and suddenly the gaps were being closed. That was impressive. So it was nice to watch. How do you feel?
Happy, yeah, because this is a very good time for this type of image, no matter the brand. I have to admit that the building was way trickier than I was expecting. Although I could see in the building, like I could recognize 6 different sections to sort out. It was just like the pieces weren't that obvious. So by the image, I thought I understood what to do, but when I got the pieces, it was like,
Do you have any tip for the people still puzzling? Like
for the building?
Mostly? Yeah, I guess so, because it's probably the section that everyone will finish.
Find the most shiny pieces and put them together first.
Yes.
So if it's shiny but it has black stripes, don't take them. Only like those very radiant pieces.
Okay. I think yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Right now we have 15 finishers, with Maya being the last one with 46. Do you think that will be a clean room today?
Hard to say. The building is very tricky. It can be shape sorted, I'm sure, but still very tricky. So very hard to tell. The rest is moderately okay. The gradient in the sky is not as obvious as it looks. And you have to really have a good light to be able to see it properly. So this is for sure the place to start with, but it's not as easy as it might look.
I see.
Victor, I have a technical question for you. Have you thought about wearing goggles while you puzzle, so that way the wind doesn't make you blink as you're moving this fast?
I was thinking about wearing goggles right before doing this puzzle because I was cutting onions.
Wait, you were able to go this fast while having tears in your eyes from onion cutting? You're a madman.
No, there was like 15 minutes break, so I don't have them anymore.
No, it's truly impressive how you were able to pull this off. I was watching you really tackle a lot of that gradient. For some puzzlers, that tends to be a really difficult section of a puzzle because the color hues are so tricky to point out. Sort of like what you were saying, having a good lighting helps quite a bit. What are some things that puzzlers should be thinking about when trying to tackle a gradient if they're not necessarily comfortable with it?
Minimalism. So if you're doing a gradient that is not very strong, always take only 5 pieces that are the darkest. And once you have them in, take another 5. Don't take the whole thing because then you are not going to see the gradient. Just take whatever stands out from the pile you have, and it should at least be more manageable.
That is a great tip. You have at least I have the tendency to take all these dark ones and try to spread them on the gradient, but never that easy.
That is very good if you do that with unboxed puzzles as well. Just take a very small section and small section around it and be like that. This is actually why I think that Marcia is so good with unboxed puzzles, because she tends to do her like small islands of pieces while she's flipping. So this is just her inner like way of doing it, and she can just build on top of things. And there's still something I have to learn, but this is very admirable.
I see. I think that for the people that if someone still have the sky to be finished, that is the time to take those tips. Yes, but talking about sky, you are working on a big sky right now at your own project at home, aren't you?
I'm not today, because today is the day that would be supposed to do the huge shape sort for it. So I'm not doing that. And instead, I did like 7 other puzzles.
Yes, I've been doing it. But when you opened this puzzle, and assuming that you never did it before, what was your prediction, or what was your impression? Do you thought that would be a sub 30 right away, or you never know?
Yeah, with Ravensburgers, I'm assuming it's going to be sub 30, unless it's something very weird. Like, I don't know, what would need to be very weird? You have those, I mean, not specifically you, but there are so those diabolic puzzles. It's like a series of 3. Those are very not sub 30able. Unless you know the piece cut, like,
yes,
like immediately you just take pieces and you know where they go, which was something that I was thinking about for this puzzle a lot, because All the easy sections here are the sections that I know the pieces for, and not in the middle. And that was not good.
I just wanted to point out that we have our top 20 now with 51 minutes. It also is really impressive. And it will not take so long for us to reach 1 hour. And we'll have probably a next wave of people coming, because the last two people were 3 seconds a difference. So the people are speeding up, and this will be a nice puzzle to practice, because it will be really quick. Yes. Have you ever been in the year before?
Sorry?
Have you been because now have you had the chance to be in that part of Germany and to see this gate in person?
No. I am in Germany.
Yeah, and it's a
but,
big country.
but yeah, I don't really visit a lot of places. I think one of the places that I have visited the most in Germany are Ravensburger outlets, and this is the main landmark.
I can
Yes.
I can say unequivocally, if you get the chance to visit Trier, by all means do so. It's just, there's so many historical landmarks. Being able to see the gate is magnificent. It's a really wonderful place to check out. Victor, part of the theme for today was what do you do prepping for a competition in terms of like figuring out where to go, who to talk to, all that kind of stuff. Do you have any advice for folks who might be going to an event that what should they be thinking about? Group chats, food, and anything at all. What comes to mind for you?
That is a very tricky question, and that's also why I didn't answer in the form. Because
Well, I like to surprise you.
Most of the time it's just like, I'm very lucky to, because many people know me, so it's easier. And at some point it got very easy. But at the very beginning, when you didn't know anyone, it's good to at least find someone who knows their stuff. So in my case, it was Chiara Del Antonio. And I don't think I would be able to go from Madrid to Valladolid if I didn't meet her at the airport 2 years ago, right, at Worlds. Yeah, it's tricky because the group chat thing, yes, that is a really good idea, but also I don't know if those exist. I'm not a part of them. But that would be a good idea. What I know is that some associations have their Discords, and this is where you can talk to people and kind of organize yourself in regards to competitions. But yeah, it's also good to have like a pack of friends where one has a car. Not only to be able to travel more easily, but also to be able to buy more puzzles on the way.
Yeah, that is. I heard about it as well. Lucy from UK, she mentioned about Discord chats. That helps a lot to coordinate. And also the car. I know some people from Portugal that they take as many puzzles as possible because it's few hours traveling, and they just take. Or people's the car helps a lot.
So as an example, in a month, I'm not going to Worlds, but week after Worlds, there is solo marathon organized by Kati in like central to southeast Germany, and this is very far away to where I live. So there was a lot of planning involved how to get there, because getting there with a train would be a pain, because it would take at least 3 trains, if not 4. And in Germany, it's not a good prospect. And also, what I knew is that Hannah from Finland, who was here today, also is attending the competition. So we talked about how to do it together, and also we talked with Maya, Borsten from Germany. And we decided on this very intricate plan that because I'm on the, like, you cannot really go more north Germany than I am. So from that point, I go to Berlin. Hannah flies to Berlin. And from there, we take Maya and we rent a car and go to Katyn.
Okay, there is a lot of logistics, and but don't put too many people on the car because then you don't have space for the puzzles.
I mean, we took a car that has like space for 6 suitcases or something, and we are going
That's when you start strapping people to the top of the car for more room inside for puzzles.
Yeah, it's only 3 people and 6 suitcases per puzzles. Like,
Okay, fair enough. Enough. Looks that is enough.
yeah, and we were going only to 2 outlets on the way, so you know.
Consider a trolley then.
At least we are normal, right?
I mean, once you have the car rented and you pass close by outlets, it's save money. It's puzzle math, so it's almost for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We are not going on purpose. It's on the way. But yes, anything else that you'd like to add, Victor? Some last tip or some message for people that go for competition soon?
Maybe not soon, but it's getting very exciting for the World Series as well, because we can see how the Ravensburger piece cut knowledge is like displayed on its full power, especially today. Because, you know, I'm also known by the fact that I know a lot of the piece cut, right? And you can see how big the gap is between me and Connor. Like, it doesn't really happen on every single puzzle, but I would say like 95%. So it's going to be interesting how it's going to be at World Series if Connor decides to go and he can take his family with him. Yeah. And also it's going to be Paris team, so it's you know, the whole thing now, and this is the most exciting thing to me. And I think I will just think about it the whole year up until June when it happens.
Yes, as far as I know, the registrations are by the end of the year. We don't have any more information about it. So hopefully they have a very big venue because everyone wants to go, and that it's the exciting part of it.
Oh, the website says 350 competitors.
Well, 350 soloists, and then they have more room for pairs. It's never going to be enough for everyone at the same time, but I'm really excited to see what comes down the pipeline. I think it's going to be really exciting for that kind of event, and in the format that they have, everybody's been really clamoring for it. So, Victor, thank you so much. Don't want to delay you from being able to go celebrate and enjoy the rest of the day, or perhaps cry into some onions. You know, I don't know how many more you got cutting. Are you making like a big soup or something?
Yes. So
okay.
I still have one thing to cut because I had to stop.
Okay. well, don't let us keep you from cutting more things and getting on with that. Congratulations. That is an amazing time. Very well done, sir.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, we just passed the 1 hour mark. Right now is 1 hour and 1 minute. And we have 39 finishers. And if I want to be precise, 37 of sub 60, exactly.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we will invite Lenka to join us. Will be really nice to hear from her. How did it go?
Hello.
Hi, Lenka. Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. I was checking the time zone. So how do you feel? 35 minutes and 37 seconds. That it's impressive.
Yeah, so if you told me a few months ago, I would totally not believe you because this was totally not my type of a puzzle. But I spent the last few days or weeks, maybe, practicing exactly this. So I found it very funny to have it in a competition. And then I was like, okay, let's make it worth it and let's try the best. And yeah, and normally I would do 45 or 50 minutes on a puzzle like this, but I got to enjoy it.
What do you think that make it faster and easier for you? The picture, the cut, the print?
The picture itself, because I kind of like to do big buildings. And I know that it's not that easy for most of other people. So I think that makes me even faster because I feel that I might have a chance for a good position. So if I know that it's not someone else's strength, I try to do even better. So yeah.
Was this your fastest or the toppest position that you got in AJJ, or have you been the top 3 before?
I've done very few second and third positions, and my last EJJ was a first place, but on a 1000. So I've never won a 500 yet, but yeah.
Sorry for don't remember about it. That is true.
But also this year, I think apart from the 1000, I have not placed anywhere near that. Most was from the last year.
Have you been recently in any in-person competition, or you are planning to go?
We had several in Portugal. So there were the nationals in April, and then we had a pairs marathon and a teams marathon. So I went to all those, and they were spectacular. And
I really want to join one day.
Sorry?
I really want to join one day to the Luso competition.
You are very welcome.
Yes.
We're waiting for
Everyone.
you.
I met I started speed puzzling when I was already here in Norway, and I had the chance to meet all the Portuguese gang. I'm originally from Portugal. I got a chance to meet all the Portuguese gang in Valladolid, and they just told me good things about this Luso competition. I'm really looking forward to one day to join.
They are very well organized. Yeah, they are really fun. And this year, the only in-person event left, I think, will be the Worlds. So
Okay.
I think it will be just that. After the Worlds, I don't even know if I have anything planned. Probably not. I should fix
Maybe
that.
a nap.
Nah, you can nap in between.
Is your first time that you go to Worlds?
No. I've been 3 times, I believe. Should be the 4th.
Okay. And I didn't see an answer from the question of today, but do you have any tips that you or some things that help you to go through competitions?
I don't. Normally, I'm happy if I can go with someone that I already know. It's very difficult in the very first competitions if you don't know anyone and if you are not a social person. So it can be very stressful. You don't even know how to get a pair or a team, so you tend not to go, and so on. So the first times can be problematic, but as you get to know people, you realize that they are the same people as you are, and you get to enjoy. And then about
like...
I'm kind of curious because they're, I think the puzzle community has probably the highest number of introverts in the same location at the same time.
Absolutely, but everyone thinks that they are the only one, and everyone else is super outgoing. Yeah, no, they are not.
Yeah.
We are not.
What might be some good ways for somebody that is very introverted to get over that initial hump, that activation energy, just to make some connections or be able to say hi to somebody that they've been thinking about saying hi to?
From my personal perspective, what helped me was internet. So people nowadays have Instagram, and we know each other from online competitions and so on. And it helps a lot to get to know some names and some people. And then what helps a lot as well is pairs and teams competitions or marathons, where people really need to try to get more people, and they start speaking to others, trying to find out if they are interested or not. And since the marathon teams are very large, you get to know more and more and more people. So they are excellent for social interactions.
Do you like to take the initiative to approach someone to say hi, or do you prefer to be someone to come to you to say hi? Because I think that sometimes saying hi, even from far away, it helps a lot. I say this because a lot of times I'm in a different level. I'm sometimes way too social, and I don't want to invade other people's space. So I try to say hi from far away, and if there is someone a feet way back, then I can approach, just to respect the space and the comfort zone. But how do you like to deal with strangers in these public events?
So I think since everyone is so introverted, they will most likely not be the first ones to go and say hi. But if you already know someone or want to get to know someone, I think it's very nice if you are able and if you go and speak to the people. So me personally, if I don't know the people or I've never spoken to them, I will never be the first one ever. But if you come to me, I will be happy. So
Okay. I will.
most of the people will
I'll
be
say hi. If I see you, I'll say hi.
Please do so.
Yes. Right now we have 50 finishers, and we're still with 1 hour and 8 minutes. It's insane.
It's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Yes. Do you have any tip for people still puzzling? What was your reaction when you opened the puzzle?
I just laughed since I did so many buildings and some buildings were similar to this. There was one vertical puzzle from Clementone that is a building of an amphitheater. It looks like a coliseum, but it's not. And it has this very similar lighting and windows and art. I just laughed because I did it twice this week, and I really like that puzzle. So yeah.
What is it about buildings that you like for this kind of image?
I love the repetition part. I do it through pick and place mostly. So I try to use the image if I can. But I just find fascinating how it repeats. I like patterns, I like lines, I like patterns and lines. So it was fascinating to do them. I liked it. And in here, since it has different lighting, you can go through the darker sections, through the lighter sections, through lines, through the windows. So you try here and there, and if it doesn't work out, you change because there are other ways that you can go through. So, yeah.
It's fascinating. Things that you say that you like it, some people is the biggest nightmare.
Yeah, I didn't used to like this style at all. But
I love to hear when people say these, oh, I love these things, and someone like, oh, I hate those, like these extremes. Still amazing.
It's different.
Yes, so I can give an update. So 54 people finished, and now on screen we see still almost every minute is someone finishing. So the YouTube chat, sorry for neglecting a little bit, it's going wild. A lot of support, and the people commenting, and there is a lot of emojis around. It's difficult to keep up, but Michelle is also participating on the chat quite actively. So the chat is not neglected 100%. Still trying to coordinate all of these screens. Yes, I don't know if you have any tip for the people still puzzling, or if any question, or if you want to know some fun fact about this building, because I do some.
You never got to speak about that.
Well, as far as I remember, let's see if I still remember, this was built by the Romans on the 2nd century. But was never finished. This was the gate to was the big city, was so big, important city economically and in power, that was considered to be the second Rome of the Roman Empire. And then it was never finished, but was preserved by a monk that was living inside and made a church out of it. But the 19th century, Napoleon wanted that really like the Roman architecture, told to destroy everything that was religious, the new additions to expose the original architecture. And nowadays is part of the UNESCO heritage. And as I think I mentioned in the beginning, it means black gate in English. And I think I just show off all the knowledge that I have about the building. I don't know more.
But can
Yes,
people visit it? And the
it's
gate you go
actually,
through, or in the
well,
building, or
Jim can say it is a gate. It just can pass through it.
Yeah, you can walk through either side. It's sort of if you think of a like classic wall around a castle, and then there's like the central gate. This is that opening part of it that's really phenomenal. It has those huge high turrets on either side. The stonework on it is like you look at it from the ground and you can feel the weight of the building, which is a kind of an odd thing to say, but you can just feel the size and scale of it, and it's really phenomenal to just be in its shadow even for a moment. And I can't say enough of how amazing it is to be able to be in that location. And whenever the image first popped up, I'm like, this looks really familiar. The day we were there, the sun wasn't hitting it the same way that it is on the image, because when we were there, it was it looked a lot more smoke scorched, kind of darker. So that brightness threw me off, and I was like, wait a second. And it kind of came to me. Have you done any? I've seen other people do this where they do the puzzle of a location and then either travel there or are already there. Have you done that with some of the building puzzles that you've worked on, Lenka?
I never traveled with a puzzle anywhere, but I like to do the puzzle afterwards. So if I have it, I would do it after. Yeah, I like to do that.
That's actually really curious, because you might be one of the few puzzlers I've talked to that don't travel with like an extra suitcase worth of puzzles places.
Absolutely not. If I can buy, I will try to bring a few home, but I never bring puzzles to go somewhere. I might as well stay at home if I'm not going to enjoy the place. So if I travel, I really travel to be there.
I get it. Do you leave room in your bag to grab puzzles for the way home?
I like to travel without a suitcase, so it gets difficult, but sometimes I do buy on the way, and then I suffer. But I already know ways to bring puzzles without having a suitcase. So.
Oh no! Now you have to tell us how to pull that off, because I know most of the puzzlers are worried about trying to Tetris extra boxes into the bags that they have. Are you like stuffing them under a hat, or like taking your hair to curl them up around the boxes, that kind of thing?
If I go to lately I started with the marathons and such competitions. So, or when I go to the Czech nationals and so on, or visit my family, I normally don't go with a suitcase. And so I came already from the Belgian marathon and from Czech Republic for Europeans. I did have a suitcase. From the others, I came without a suitcase, but I did get these 10 kilo on board extra bag. It's just that I never buy a suitcase. I go with a shopping bag, and it can have any size I want. It can have any weight I want, and they will never give it as a check-in luggage. So it will never go down. So I just put as many puzzles I can and go with it in my hand. In the last trip to Slovakia and Czech Republic, we even visited the outlet in Vienna, next to Vienna. And I did buy puzzles, including a 3,000 puzzle, and I did manage to come back home with it without a suitcase. So yeah.
I've seen those boxes are absolutely huge. So that's impressive.
Yeah, you always need to open everything and try to do a Tetris and put one in the other, and just yeah, you do magic and try to figure out how it looks smaller and less heavy.
Make a puzzle turducken, as it were. Yeah.
I always wonder how the people in the security, when they saw all of these puzzles, because they can see pieces, I'm sure that is this, like what they think about us, especially when you come from Valladolid, that in the train, everyone needs to scan the
I never had a
luggage.
problem with that, but I have a friend who got stopped and she needed to open her suitcase because the person was curious.
Smuggling puzzles.
Yeah, only puzzles. There was nothing else in the suitcase, only puzzles.
Well, Lenka, thank you so much for hanging out for a little bit, and congratulations on an amazing time. You should be really, really proud of that. Are there any shout outs, love you want to give to the puzzle world before we let you go to your next adventure?
No, I really don't know.
Just puzzle fast.
Totally fine. Just cheers and the ray of sunshine that you are is more than sufficient for everybody.
Good luck,
Congratulations again, Lenka. We're really excited for you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Bye.
a lot.
While we were talking to Lenka, we're getting ready to we're crossing the hour 18 and 40-second line here, and we've had 68 finishers so far out of the 95. So there's going to be there's going to be about 41 minutes here remaining for our puzzlers to try to clear the room on this Porta Negra gate puzzle. And there's a non-zero chance that we're going to be able to pull it off. I've been looking at several of the screens. A lot of these puzzlers are now zeroing in on that center of the puzzle where it's the sort of the the walkway between the two turret sides that has those little windows across. A lot of folks are in the center of that at this point.
Yes, and some people are even doing the puzzle upside down since that they're just focused on the sky. Like even just the left the sky to the end, and that it's when you just have the sky left turning upside down, there's no problem. But yes, I think that we can invite Rachel from United Kingdom to join. I just wanted to do this of saying the name and the country because that one I knew it.
You nailed
Hey,
it.
Rachel.
Hiya.
So, what is your impression about the puzzle? How do you feel?
I love this one. As soon as I opened it, like it's the exact kind of like style of image I love. I love gradient sky. I love photo puzzles. Ravensburger as well. So yeah, just absolutely happy to see it. And I remember the building from when I was in Trier doing the puzzle marathon. So it gave me a little smile because I understood why Michelle was so excited for it.
So,
did you recognize it instantly, or did you have the same thing I did of like, it might be a little different lighting and then catch on?
I recognized it because Michelle had told us about 1,000-piece puzzle of the Porta Negra when we were in Trier. She was like, if you want a souvenir, this is a good one to get. So like I did recognize it.
That's awesome.
you regret for not buying the 500 pieces puzzle?
No, it was nice. It's nice to have a first time in a competition. So this was fun.
Yeah, and you were just less than 1 minute from the third place. I mean, it was really tight. And the next person, Eirik, was 1 minute after you. So the third, fourth, and fifth was really close.
Eric did amazing, and this is like also his exact type of puzzle. So he flew through this one.
What is it about photographic puzzles that, or photo images that works well for you? Because I know there's a lot of puzzlers out there that it's the bane of their existence. So what's the mindset that you're seeing that they're not?
I think it's just I've done a lot of them. So when I was young and I was like getting through my 100, 200 piece puzzles a bit too quickly, I'd say to my mum, give me something else to do. Like, can I have one of your puzzles? So she'd got out a lot of these old like Waddingtons and WB old sort of pictures of palaces or buildings and lots of sky. So I guess it's just what I did a lot when I was that age. And I never did as many of the sort of illustration type puzzles. So I think it's just a bit of a strength that I have, I guess, compared to people who like illustrations. I don't think I'm anywhere near as good at those.
So it's a skill that you learn from. It's like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, exactly it. And I just think, I guess at competitions, like illustrations, like tend to crop up a lot. So I always think whenever you get a photo one, it's just like a nice change of pace. Like it's a little bit different.
Yes. And you mentioned on your answers that group chats is something that, and speak with other people that have been there. Yes, that was a good practice, but I think that was really interesting that checking other live streams to get ideas of the level of competition, noise, and so on. So did you get distracted by the noise so you practice it, or do you just want to improve your skill of ignoring the noise?
I think just to like get an idea of like how is it going to feel like to be there in the competition. Obviously, until you actually go, you can't really feel it. But like, I think the closest you can do is I used to just put on the old World live streams from 2024 before I went to Worlds in 2025, and I had some of the puzzles. So then I'd like literally like stand there and like open the box when they said go, play along, see where I would come in like the finishes, hear the people clapping, people finishing, hear the like noise of the room. So I think that just helped me to like kind of have an idea of what to expect like when I got there. So I found that really helpful.
But no one could predict cut the stickers, so that is you could not practice that.
No, and I was in round A, so that was stressing me out.
But do you give that as a tip for people going to do that, or do you think that it might not work with everyone?
Yeah, I think it is worth a try because as well, like it's so hard to gauge like expectations going into Worlds because you don't really get, if you've never been to an international event before, you don't really know where you sit alongside those international people unless you do things like the EJJ. But I think for me going in, just having like a rough idea of like what should my expectations be and like where do I fit, and I felt like that was helpful for like having realistic expectations going in. So I don't know, I think it's worth a try for probably most people.
No, that makes it makes a ton of sense. I think it's very easy for people to either over or underestimate themselves or where they're at. It's I've actually talked to a lot of puzzlers where they underestimate themselves quite a bit, and I'm always kind of amused about that. They're like, "Oh, I put up an okay time," and I have to remind them that's in the top 30 in the world that you just did there. So maybe be a little kind to yourself.
We talked a little bit before about approaching strangers. Last year, when you went to the Worlds, you were not so well known. There was a lot of Rachel from UK, that no one knew who was. What is your expectation for this year? Do you think that it's okay to people to approach you, or do you like to approach someone instead?
Yeah, I mean, I found it last year like going in as like someone that no one knew. I was a little bit like worried like to talk to some of the faster puzzlers because I was like, oh, they don't know who I am. They're going to be like, who's this coming to talk to me? And in actual fact, like every single person that I spoke to was lovely and always happy to chat. So I think just knowing that even with the fast puzzlers, everyone is always really wanting to make friends and chat. So like, don't feel intimidated to go up and talk to people. And I'm so excited this year, like being a little bit more well-known. I already experienced it at UK Nationals. Like so many more people came up and chatted to me, and it was a great way to just meet loads of new people and chat to everyone. So I'm really excited for that going in this year.
Are there times during an event that people should maybe give each other a little bit of a wider berth, or not expect to be able to run up and just open up conversation right away? Yeah,
I think like the like little period of time right before like you're going into an event, people have different ways of coping. Some do like to chat to their friends, but if they like to, they'll make sure they do that themselves. but other people really like to be focused and in a zone and doing their preparation. So I think like as a rule, 15-20 minutes before people are about to compete, just let them do what works for them. I think a great time to chat to people though is like immediately after a round is finished, when they're on that high and you can have something to talk about, like, oh, like which bit of the puzzle did you finish or start with, and like congratulations on like a great time. Like that's a really nice time to like catch people and chat to them when they're like feeling relaxed and in a good mood. So, and it's easy to start a conversation when you just go up to someone and be like, oh, well done, you did like amazing. So that worked for me last year.
Yes,
sense.
I totally agree with that. After finishing the puzzle, that is a great time to cheer the person up as release of energy.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the group chats. There's a Kat Loneski put a note in here that labeling the chat with where the competition is and when has been very helpful. Do you organize it that way, or do you just say this is puzzle chat number 4?
We have like a UK at Worlds 2025, UK at Worlds 2026. But people have been quite helpful at like making sure the schedule's posted in there and like tips, and like when puzzles come out, taking a picture of what puzzles have come out in the first round so that people know what kind of images are coming up, and just sharing like information. And I mean, the UK one is very good as well, of like every evening, like here's a place where if you want to meet some people, this is where you can come. So getting involved with that kind of thing, if your country has it, is like a great thing to do. And if not, come and chat to someone from the UK, because we're always hanging out and having a drink and being sociable. So if you want to just come and have a chat with some puzzlers, all the UK people are really friendly.
And if you don't have a chat from your country, just create yourself. That you can see the list of participants. I mean, that is something that is possible to do. Everyone either, or most of people either have Facebook or Instagram or Discord, or just create your. If you want to make a little group, it's for free, and people can decide if they want to join or not.
And I found it really helpful. Like Instagram is such a great thing because so many people have like a puzzle Instagram account. And I noticed on the World's website, they've started to add like a link to Instagram accounts. So like I did the same thing last year. I reached out to a load of people like, just, hi, I'm going to be at Worlds this year. Have you got any tips? Or like, oh, it'd be nice to like see you. And I think it can be a little like less intimidating to maybe reach out that way on Instagram. But then if you've already chatted to someone on Instagram, then when you go to Worlds, actually then having a face-to-face conversation with them is again not as scary.
Let's say you're at a big event, whether it's Worlds or a Nationals or wherever it is. You show up and you don't know anybody, and maybe you didn't like look at the Instagrams or know where anybody is. Who in the crowd of people at that are probably folks that you would recommend gravitating towards, as these are people that'll help you navigate where to go?
Honestly, everyone. I mean, the UK will be in our UK shirts, probably come and see us. If you see other people who are like maybe spectating and standing by themselves, they're great people to talk to. And also anyone who's like got a puzzle out and maybe is doing a puzzle or like practicing or wants to do it socially or whatever, maybe just go and chat to someone who's doing a puzzle and see what they're doing.
Can I share something the day that I met Rachel in person? Because I was in Dublin with work, and I saw that they were having the Irish First National, and I said, "Oh, I wish I could stay one day longer." And they said, "No, it's really close to the airport. Just come by and say hi." And I did so with my luggage, everything, and then it just had started. Quiet room, everyone really focused. It was like 30 participants. Was a packed room, and comes this guy full of bags and making noise, like amazed by the puzzles, because a lot of those puzzles were not in Norway. So from me it was like treasure hunt. And then I was like, "Hi, can I take a picture of you?" With Emma as well. I was like, "Can I take a picture?" And like, I don't know, I felt that I was on with that perspective of the Worlds, that bigger event noise, towards someone really quiet and everyone like really focused. And I was like, I need to behave. The excitement was so so exciting to buy puzzles and airplane in 2 hours. People that I wanted to see for the first time was you guys were really nice, really kind. Sorry for disturbing. I left after after 20 minutes. That was really nice too. Everyone was really welcoming. And
Sergio, you hooked me up as well because there were only 4 spare copies of the campsite puzzle, which was used at Irish Nationals, and everyone really wanted to get their hands on them. I had about 10 people from the UK message me saying, "Can you bring me one back?" And when I was chatting to you, you were like, "Oh, I think there's only one left." So I managed to go and get the last copy based on chatting to you. So
I brought 2 copies to Norway, and I knew that people probably would hate me. I'm sorry. I was so excited, and I got that puzzle, and I sent to my friends in Norway. Said, "Bring one for me." I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." But I got, I know that I got more than I should. Oops. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know that it was exclusive.
Well, I think that's actually a good point. Where if you are planning on going to an event, let other people know that you're going, because you might be able to be a puzzle mule or a puzzle fairy for folks that may not be able to attend. We all want to be able to help grow the sport and the community, and sometimes being the person to be willing to say, "Hey, I'm going to grab an extra one and bring it back for you," that goes a long way.
Or also offering, like, if you're coming to, like, say, Worlds, are there, like, does anyone want any puzzles from the UK that I can bring some to Worlds? And, like, people, like, message you, and that's a good way to then meet up with people. I handed off a few, like, last year at Worlds, some of the UK Nationals ones to some different people who were looking for them, and that was a nice way to start some conversations as well.
So you're saying use national puzzles as bait.
Bribes. Please
Yeah,
be my friend.
put some of those custom puzzles underneath a box with a little plank on it. Just you're my puzzle friend now. Is that kind of setup?
Yeah.
No,
I actually remember
that's a
meeting
really great way to do it.
Jim and Mari at Worlds. I'd seen Jim walking around, and I kept being like, "Oh, that's Jim. Oh, I'm too scared to go and talk to him." And then we were sitting in a bar one evening, and Mari just came straight up to me and was like, "Mari Black, pleased to meet you." And, like, straight away I was like, "Oh, they're talking to me." So that was lovely.
Yes.
Well, and we were excited to meet you, because there's so many people that we see from afar, or like we see like in videos or in competitions, that kind of thing, and being able to actually shake their hand and be like, "You are wonderful," and I like getting to see you do things and learn from you. It's really, really phenomenal to be able to do that.
But that just shows.
So I hope we didn't
going up and
spook you by running up to you.
No, going up and chatting to people works though, because then, like, at UK Nationals this year, Mari was in my team. Like, so, like, there you go. It just shows that it works to go and chat to people.
Yeah.
We will.
And your team did pretty good at that one too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Worked out pretty well. I do want to do a quick just update about the standings right now. We have 82 finishers so far. I think we've had a couple of folks fall off the call, but this is looking really, really strong at this stage. I can see several folks are coming in on like the last 20 pieces or so in the mid game. Dora is looking really strong. We have about 25 minutes remaining in this competition. We might be able to close this one out and and clear the room here.
I'm interested. Did a lot of people finish, like, in the building?
Yeah, the vast majority of people closed out inside the building. We've had a couple where they did the outline, finished the building, and then went for the sky in the background. But those were fewer and far between.
Did anyone else finish with the green trees?
Hardly no one. You are a unique snowflake in that one. Which I was kind of surprised by, because a lot of those greens do stand out in different ways, and it looks to me like a decent pick and place setup. What were you seeing that kind of kept you from jumping at those early on?
I guess to me, like, I did all the, like, flower bed but then the green, like the sort of more like palm tree type things, they all looked very similar to me, like when you're just scanning the pieces quickly. Whereas like with the building, I guess I could just see a little more distinguishing things to pick out, like the different shades and different curves and like the arches and things. I don't know. It just spoke to me more.
That makes sense. Well, Rachel, I don't want to keep you from getting to celebrate and enjoy a fantastic time, or maybe do this puzzle again. Why not? Is there anything you want to anything you want to say to the puzzle world before we let you on to your next adventure?
No, just thank you for having me again. I'll shout out Jodie as well, who is competing today. But thank you very much. It was lovely to talk to you both.
Congratulations, Rachel, and we'll catch you after a bit.
Yeah,
Thank
catch
you.
up soon.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. That was impressive.
Yeah,
So,
always shout out the Jodies and the mums. You wanna shout out the mums.
yes. I think that we could invite another finisher. We could invite Leah to join us if she's, I believe that she's around. Leah, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Hello, welcome and
Hello.
congratulations for
Thank
today.
you. Thank you so much.
So how do you feel and what was your first reaction when you opened the puzzle?
My first reaction was, this is why I do EJJ, because it's an image I would never choose myself. I'm not so much into like photographs, I'm more into graphic stuff. So I would never buy this puzzle, never, never, never. But it's good practice to do it. So yeah, it was a good challenge.
What was your first impression about time? How fast do you, what is your personal prediction?
Around an hour, and I did it in 59. So yeah.
Correct.
And I'm right in the middle. I think I will finish as 39 or something. So usually I'm right in the middle, and I finish right in the middle again. So
36 to be more precise.
Okay. Yeah.
That was but that was really good. The fact that you managed to see the time and you didn't get disappointed, or at least you didn't get disappointed. That is really good.
Yeah, I think that's my approach. That if something is difficult, of course, it can be a bit frustrating, but at least you get to practice something that's difficult. And we have Worlds coming in 2 weeks, and yeah, we don't know what we're gonna get. So.
I talk to a lot of puzzlers where it's really difficult to stay out of their heads whenever something comes out of the box that's not up their alley, or that they wouldn't get for themselves because it's tough or anything like that. So real kudos for you for barreling through it. How did you attack this beast, this gate of darkness that you weren't necessarily gravitating towards?
I think the good thing about it is there are a different way to approach it, and I thought the sky would be easy, so I started with that, and it turned out not to be easy. So I did the edge instead. I always feel very comfortable doing the edge, because then you can make a plan instead and try to take another approach to how to start. So I did the edge, I did the road and the flowers, and then I did the sky, and then the building. And yeah, the building was horrible, but at least it's not that many pieces. So like the different colors in the building are not so many pieces each, so it's okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say you did a little bit better than just okay. Like that's a wonderful time that you did on this. When you're thinking about sort of the middle chunk of the puzzle where you run out of straightforward options and you're kind of in that murk, what's going through your head as someone that this is a tricky puzzle out the gate? Like what are you thinking in that mid game where it's kind of murky?
I always think, if I'm really stuck, I always think there is a solution to this. I'm not stuck because the pieces have to go somewhere. I just need to do them one by one, really. And while I was doing the middle building, you were interviewing Victor, and he said something like, choose the 5 pieces that stands out the most. And that's a really good tip, because if you have like 50 pieces and you don't know where any of them going, just choose a few and try to focus on them. I think that's a really good tip.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Aim for the most unique things as you as you progress. I'm kind of curious. With the question for the day was about finding, navigating a big event for the first time, and we were all kind of struck by your response to that. You want to talk us through what you were thinking there?
Can you? I wrote it very fast, but can you please summarize what I wrote?
So you were talking about being real nervous for the social aspect of being there, and then being there helped you connect with more people, and you interacted with some folks on Instagram, and how you're now more social than you used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that really is the social part of speed puzzling is really a big thing for many people. I think that's also why a lot of us are doing it, because it's a really nice community, but it is very easy to get into, but you don't know that in the beginning when you're a new speed puzzler. And I feel what really worked for me was to get to know more international people. I ended up by coincidence in a team with Daniela from Netherlands and Paloma from Sweden at my very first championship in Denmark. And I always say that if you know Daniela, you know everyone, because she's a brilliant networker and she's very good at socializing and introducing people. So when I met her at Worlds again, she introduced me to so many people, and it was a coincidence that I ended up in a team with her. So I think it's also about being open to how you connect with people in pairs and teams. That's also a good opener. And then I think Instagram is also a good place to start, especially if you're a bit shy, because it's very easy to reach out to people and say, oh, you did really well on this puzzle, or ask a question about a championship or something, and then you have something to talk about if you see them in real life. Yeah. So I remember when I was at Worlds last year, I had been writing with Hannah from Finland a bit on Instagram. We had been talking a bit because we both work in healthcare and so on. And I really wanted to say hi to her, but she had just won teams, and I thought, she's the world champion in teams. She does not want to talk to me right now. I'm just some random person from Instagram. But then I did say hi to her, just congratulated her and say, hey, I'm Leah from Instagram. I just want to say congratulations. And she was so sweet and so happy, and she did want to talk to me. And I think we just have to remember also that even those like famous speed puzzlers, they're just like regular people. Like they want to talk to anyone who likes speed puzzling. So
wait, hold up. Stop the presses. You mean to tell me that puzzlers are people?
Yes, I realize
the ones that everybody knows, they're just humans.
They're just humans. Yeah, that's what I realized last year. Yeah.
Now, last year I also was really shy to take some pictures. I didn't want to bother people in the first or second day, and then people were really nice, and I was taking some selfies, and I posted like I'm not shy anymore, and I was taking pictures with all these celebrities, and was really fun. Michelle and Jim, they were on the table to host, and I didn't want to bother them and say, hi, can I take a picture? Like, they were far away, like I don't want to bother. And Michelle and Jim said, no, let's take a proper selfie, and they come closer and just say hi. Just like, I think it's I learned it that to don't be shy at all. Everyone was so friendly. Hannah, like you mentioned, I tried to take a selfie with her, and there was never a chance. Like after the third day, she said, we still need to take that picture. And then we took the picture. It was like, and Daniela introduced it to everyone as well. So those are really nice tips to just say hi. Yeah. They are people.
Yeah, and also like I was at Worlds, I was sitting next to Tuuli from Finland, and in the semifinals, and we just talked a little bit, and we didn't meet again until Nordics in Denmark this year. We ended up pairing together. We made an international team with someone from Sweden and Norway as well. So I think it's just making all those small connections, and it can turn out to be your way into knowing more people and puzzling with more people.
I'm kind of curious to ask this in a slightly different direction, because we've talked to a bunch of people about encouraging them to make contact beyond their like comfortable social bubble and sort of reaching out. If you're a person that is introverted and somebody comes up to you to say hi, what does it take for you to not get spooked off from somebody running up to you? Or because there's a lot of folks that feel that same kind of way of people coming up to them to chat. What kind of goes through your mind as somebody more introverted if people come up to you to chat?
Actually, it happened last year when Sergio came and said hi to me. Because I don't remember, I think I was looking for someone, or I remember as I was thinking about something different, and then suddenly he comes and says hi. And I remember afterwards thinking I was very impolite because I did not greet him very nice. I was a bit there, hi, yeah. And he says, yeah,
you
from Instagram. No, but I know who you are. And I was like, yeah, hello. And I was not very approachable, I think. But that was just because I was somewhere else in my mind. But I don't think Sergio took it personally at all. And it was very nice that he came and was very friendly and said hello.
But that was an example. I'm sorry for interrupting, but it goes exactly what I was saying before. Like the first day, I was like with my energy right here. Like I want to say everyone that I know from internet. Like I want to say hi. I want to because I don't know. It's it's in my genes. I try to be friendly and social and say hi to everyone. And I saw you. We met at I knew you also because from the Nordics, because we were the team of Paloma, and so it was not just Instagram. And I thought that was totally fine. I arrived like full of energy first day. Hi there, and they were like, hi, and I'm like, I said, okay, Sergio, come down.
Yeah. But I think. In case it happens, I don't know if I did it, but I think an idea would be to reach out to people again. If you think that you seemed a bit inapproachable or something, then go back to people and say, hey, I was just busy, but it was really nice that you came and said hi. When are you going to compete? Or just say something random, or reach out on social media to say, hey, it was really nice that you came and said hi, or whatever. You can always
keep talking after that.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So no problems.
No, I really like that point of sometimes people can just be in their head, and so it's okay to it means a lot to folks to have that moment of follow-up sometimes if you're feeling a little off, or sometimes other people can be really in their heads, and if you come up and say hi and they're maybe a little grouchy, it's not necessarily against you, it's where their head's at in the moment, and that's really important for a lot of people to remember.
Yeah. So don't take it personal if someone seems a bit odd when you come and say hi.
But what if the world revolves around me?
Then you're in the wrong community.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's I really appreciate your outlook and just all the cool ways that the social circle is expanded. Like you were mentioning that you didn't talk to Thule all that much, and then suddenly you guys were on a group together for a thing. Are there any puzzlers that you talk with, relatively regularly, where it's like a daily, oh, this is my new puzzle buddy that we're gonna hang out every day, or?
No, but I try not to like, I don't know, depend too much socially on anyone. I just want to make like more connections. So at Worlds this year, I will pair up with Kieran Fletcher from Ireland, the one who made the origami puzzle some month ago. And I will be in an international team with people from the US, Lithuania, and Iceland. So I think that's my focus, to just reach out and make all these connections, especially across borders. Because then again, it's also easier to go to other championships in other countries, because suddenly you have a connection. And that makes it easier to go to other national championships as well.
Yes, Leia was looking for pairs, and was almost putting the CV like this is what you can get. That was incredibly funny. Everyone was like sharing, like, let's find Leia, let's help Leia to find the pairs. Like that was really fun.
Yeah, I needed to find a pairs partner with a short notice. But yeah, I'm very happy with the Kieran. So.
Oh yeah,
Another
Kieran's a lovely human. By the way, if folks haven't gotten to chat with him, like please do. He's just a ray of sunshine.
That's my impression too. So I think we will have a nice experience at Worlds. Definitely.
Yes. Looking forward to meet him as well. We chat sometimes, and when I was like pumping up in the competition, disturbing, making noise with all my luggage, then we talked a little bit afterwards, and I said sorry. But lovely person. Looking forward to meet. But yes, we are 8 minutes close to the end. So for people still puzzling, there is still chance, and I'm sure that you'll still see more people finishing.
Yeah, we saw Iva finished strong. Dora is maybe about 50 pieces or so away from the end. It looks like Christina is all in on that center part of the building. Pamela is cruising through the rest of that sky, just needs to fly a little higher and get through the rest of that gradient. And Catriona is doing a great job getting the outline of this gate, trying to finish up getting those little tidbits along inside of there, and then is going to be able to make an attack on the center columns in order to get those walkways built out. This is going to be really, really cool to see everybody push just a little harder coming into the end. Leah, do you have any advice for these puzzlers as we come in on the last 6.5 minutes?
Just do your best. Get as many pieces as you can, even though you won't finish necessarily. Just any piece counts.
But I believe that you'll have one more finisher, at least one more. Come on. And they have that sky from Pamela. It's possible.
Oh wow. Yeah, and at this stage where people have been puzzling for well over an hour and a half, that fatigue sets in. All the pieces start looking the exact same. Leah, do you do like big piece count puzzles?
I'm actually doing a 3,000 piece right now, but that's the one that Karen Puzzles created. So I'm doing that for just relaxing puzzles. So I have one table for that and another table for speed busting.
I'm always amused at the irony of doing a giant piece count like that as relaxing, because that seems like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a relaxing time climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah. Of course, it's not speeding, so I mean, it's just relaxing. Yeah.
Do you listen music or podcasts or something while doing a big puzzle?
Yeah, so when I'm relaxing, I can do anything or talk on the phone or whatever. Because when I'm speeding, I have a specific playlist I'm listening to when I'm speeding. I cannot listen to anything else than that. So when I'm relaxing, I can do anything, really. Yeah.
And talking
you could chop onions, for example.
Yes, it seems so. That sounds like a brilliant idea.
So Michelle, you have been you are here, you've been more active on the YouTube chat. How the things are going?
Yeah, it's going really well here. My jaw was dropping as we had the first finish and the second finish, and yeah, just really pleased to see how everyone is doing with this puzzle, because it's not the easiest. I was really thrilled to have a secret puzzle, but yeah, I didn't expect times like that. But yeah, I really like the question that Jim asked before to Lenka. So Leah, do you like to do puzzles of places that you've visited or places you want to visit?
Sure. Again, I don't like photographs that much, so it's a bit difficult to actually do that. But for example, the one we had in Sweden for the finals, the one of Stockholm, that was actually nice because there was a graphic one. I don't know if you remember it. So puzzles like that one is nice. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you recognize the different elements on the picture.
Yeah, because that one had lots of nice landmarks on there, and also like I think there were some toys and flowers and things. So it was pretty fun, that one.
Yeah, it was.
That beautiful blue frame, right?
Oh yeah, the frame was not nice though. Yeah.
We have about 3 minutes left in this round, so everybody get just a couple of more pieces in. We're rooting for you. You can do it.
Yes, we are really close to have. There is not so many people left. We have these last ones, but I believe that we can still, at least that blue side of the sky, it's still possible. No pressure, Pamela.
No, all the pressure. So much pressure. An infinite amount of pressure, because we know that pressure always helps puzzlers go faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said with a excessive amount of sarcasm. You're doing excellent.
And Leah, so what are you? Yeah, which puzzle at the Worlds you're going again this year? Is that right? And who's on your team this year? And what's your team name that we can look out for you on the live stream?
We are called World Peace because we decided to have an international team, and we think we need more world peace. So yeah. So I have Lindsay from the US, and Kira from Lithuania, and Steinon from Iceland. So I've never met any of them before, but yeah, I think we'll do well.
Do you guys will try to practice one puzzle before the competition, or you go?
I don't think we have the time, honestly. I don't think we have the time. But let's see.
Amazing. That's amazing.
You're too busy making world peace to have a practice puzzle.
Exactly. Priorities. Yeah.
Awesome.
I will say Lindsay's a great puzzler. You'll get along with her really well.
Good to know. Yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah.
Coming up on about a minute and 10 seconds left here in this round. If you're able to get just 5 pieces in the next minute, that's a really good clip. We know that everybody's pushing as much as they can, trying to overcome the Porta Negra, the Black Gate, finishing this out little by little as the 2-hour time limit starts creeping up on our remaining puzzlers.
Yes, and people are still on the chat talking about corner time, but I will remind the tip from Victor: take the 5 pieces that look more distinct and put those pieces there. You still have 30 seconds, so there is more pieces to be placed.
So keep on going, Dora, Christina, Pamela, and Catriona. 20 seconds left. Been puzzling for almost 2 hours and showing us your endurance skills. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. That is 2 hours. Well done, everybody, for doing your best efforts.
Congratulations. This is a Herculean task. It is not an easy puzzle, and you all are doing fabulous.
Yeah, so you can count your leftover pieces and add them to the timer website. And just want to thank Leah for joining us for a chat at the end. Good luck for World Championships. We'll be watching out for you and your pair Kieran and Team World Peace on the live stream. And yeah, just have a great time, make all those connections, and yeah, who knows what events you'll be visiting next year, and pairs and teams you'll have as a result of those connections.
I'll say hi again.
Yes, please do that. And anyone can come and say hi.
Go get a photo with Sergio.
Yes, I will do that.
All right, congrats, Leah, on some great puzzling today. Thank you. So, yeah, once you've put in your time, your piece count, you can log out. And yeah, thank you, Sergio and Jim, for co-hosting this evening's competition. And yeah, I was really excited to have Jim co-host this one because that he's actually been here. So I hope that was a nice surprise for you.
It was absolutely lovely. Thank you so much for letting me be on for this one. It brought back a lot of really cool memories, and I'm just elated to see it.
Yes, and
you should go back and see your reaction.
And I'll put the invitation out there if anyone wants to come and do the Tria puzzle tour, visiting Tria landmarks and doing mini Tria puzzles. You're welcome to reach out to me if you ever head this way. So thanks everyone and for joining us, everybody who participated, and also everyone who joined us on the chat, especially SJ, who has now done 5 live streams in one day. I think she holds the record, so we can say that there's another record of 5 puzzle live streams in one day.
That's
Yes.
impressive.
Okay, SJ is looking at flights now. Yes, we are welcome to do the Tria landmark puzzle tour. All right, well, thanks
I'm going to.
everyone, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.
Bye, everybody.